I started by buying a cup of flour. From buying a cup, we graduated to half custard.
Okay.
From there, we went to quarter bag of flour. We grew to half bag of flour. We went from baking in a stove to getting an oven.
Okay.
We went from baking in a one-room apartment to a two-bedroom flat. And then now we are here. So growth is never easy, but if you are consistent and you are persistent and you are optimistic, no matter how big your dream is, it is valid and
You achieve it.
achievable.
Yeah, you achieve it one day.
One day.
Hey guys, it's Marvel of the East in the spirit of showing you the unseen side of Africa and promoting African-owned business, and also showing you those holding the economy of Nigeria, Africa as a whole, holding it together. I am here with a young, vibrant CEO who is into pastries. She's here to introduce herself and tell us or take us through the journey on how she built her business from the scratch to this point where she is now. So let's meet her. Hello, good day, man.
Good day. Okay, my name is Okonkwo Joy.
Okay.
I am the creative director of Cake Bliss and More. We are into cakes, pastries, small chops, and trainings, everything events. We make them.
Okay. You make them. So what's the story behind? What's the story behind it, please?
Okay, the story behind Cake Bliss and More is actually a very inspiring one.
Okay.
Cake Bliss and More started off in 2012.
Okay.
Yes, after when I finished my youth service, there was no job, and initially I never planned on working for anybody. I decided to create the opportunity to employ people, but I started alone.
Okay.
Cake Bliss and More actually started off in a one-room apartment without kitchen. We would bake outside, and when it's raining, we'll carry our stove and our pots, we take it back inside the house.
Oh wow.
And that was where we grew from. From there, we grew and owned a shop.
Okay.
Yes, in a very remote place.
What's the name? Location?
The location was D-Line, it was on Oka Street, D-Line.
Okay.
So from there, we also moved to another shop.
Okay.
After that move, then I was living with my cousin brother.
Okay.
So I decided to go out and stay on my own. And I moved back into the house. Then I got a one-room self-contained at Odili Road.
Okay.
So we operated from that one room, self-contained. At least now we had a kitchen, but then I was still baking outside. Then I now had an oven. We grew to the stage of buying an oven. And they would bake outside and then still decorate inside. So we stayed there for like a year, and we moved into a two-bedroom apartment, still in Odili Road. And we operated from there for 7 good years. I worked from home. And then when it was time to leave my comfort zone, I decided to get this outlet.
This bigger place like this.
Yes,
Sometimes when people like, for example, for somebody like me, back in those days, before if I see someone that owns a place like this, I'll be like, oh, this person get money, But for someone like you that started, that actually started from one room, this is an inspiring story, and it's a story that is supposed to be out there. This alone is like an encouragement to the younger people that are also looking forward to maybe trying to start their own personal business, and they're still, thinking about how they can do it, how possible it can be. But then for someone that started from small and now you've grown to a bigger space like this that you're about opening, tell us a little the most challenge you faced back then.
It has always been money. One, because I had the dream, but I didn't have the money. Yes, I made a post. I said I came to Port Harcourt with 3 things. I came with my traveling bag. Okay. I came with a very big dream. Okay. And I came with an empty pocket.
That's so funny. When you said you came to Port Harcourt, then that means, I didn't get to ask you your state of origin and all that. So then take us there.
I grew up in Aba.
Okay.
So I came from Aba to Port Harcourt to search for... My place of birth was in the north.
Oh.
Yes, and I am from Anambra State. So somehow... I would say I'm Wazobia. Somehow, yes. So it was never easy starting, because But probably if I had the money then, I wouldn't have been able to manage my growth because the money would have been there and I wouldn't have been able to go through the process of this journey. You understand?
Yes.
I started by buying a cup of flour. From buying a cup, we graduated to half custard. From there, we went to quarter bag of flour. We grew to half bag of flour. We went from baking in a stove to getting an oven. We went from baking in a one-room apartment to a two-bedroom flat. And then now we are here. So growth is never easy, but if you are consistent and you are persistent and you are optimistic, no matter how big your dream is, it is valid and
you achieve it.
achievable.
Yeah, you achieve it one day.
One day.
So what are your customers expecting to see here when the place is fully functioning?
Okay, we are going to we'll be training young people, aspiring bakers, baking enthusiasts that would want to go through the process of baking. We'll train them. We also have a walk-in store where people can come in, grab their daily birthday cakes, ready and available for them to just buy and go, and other pastries. So we'll also be serving shawarma and some other drinks. And then we'll be doing indoor and outdoor catering services.
Wow, this is going to be mind-blowing, you know. Yeah, this is going to be, and funny enough, you're lucky enough to own a place to have this your building or this your establishment at Transamadi. You know, this Transamadi is the next hub in Port Harcourt. If you live around here, you know what I'm talking, because most videos I've been doing is around this Transamadi, and I've been showing people how industrious and how developed this place is. You understand? So this is really, really good for us to see that something like this now is coming. I'm happy with the story you've shared, and I'm happy. Just in case some people see, people want to reach out to you after seeing this video, how can they, easily reach out to you?
Okay, you can call us on 080-304-10985. 080-304-10985. You can also follow us on our social media handles.
Okay.
On Instagram, we are on Instagram as Cake Bliss and More. The and is AND, Cake Bliss, BLISSANDMORE. On YouTube, we're also on YouTube as Cake Bliss and More. We're also on Facebook and even on TikTok as Cake Bliss and More.
Okay then, but how about looking back to your life, to when you started and where you are now? What are the things you see and you'll be like, okay, I'm happy for where I am and I'm happy for where I'm going to? Since you know.
Acquiring this building alone, renting here alone is like, sometimes I feel so surreal. I'll be like, was it? When I was actually looking for a space, my brother looked at me and said, what you want is not in Nigeria. Talk more of in Port Harcourt.
Yeah.
But I told him that I will see, because I've always believed that my dreams are valid.
Okay.
So, and by God's grace, this place came out and I was able to rent it. So I don't believe that with God, everything is actually possible.
Yeah.
Yes. So I've always had faith in him and not in any man.
Okay, but while you were trying to build the business from scratch, were there any point you got any funding from banks?
No, not at all.
Like the whole thing was, you've been funding your business?
Yes, it has always been self-growth, because first of all, I'm actually afraid of bank interest and loan.
Okay.
So at a time I wanted to go for grants, but I got one small grant from Faith Foundation.
Okay.
I got about 200K from them then, and I used it to get an oven, a bigger oven.
Okay.
And the one I started with, I sold it into someone's life, a beginner.
Okay.
Yes, I gave that one out to support her business. So I was able to get a new oven with that money. So that's it.
Then you made mention of training young girls, young people who are, who wants to also go into the field. What would they be expecting to get from you?
Okay, by the grace of God, I'm one person that when I want to teach, I teach you everything you need to know about cakes and baking, because I would also want to see you succeed. I want to be in your success story tomorrow, so that when you are telling your story, you say, my teacher.
Okay.
And I would also I have students that I've trained that are scattered all over in Port Harcourt. I could have a customer in Rupoko, and if they cannot pay for delivery, I say, okay, I have a student in Rupoko. Let me connect you to her.
Okay.
I'll give her the job. She will make the job, take the money. So we'll take you the process and also mentor you even after your
yeah,
classes.
yeah, it's more like empowering young Africans, empowering young girls who want to actually pick up the dream of developing the skill, developing their skills, and also promoting the economy of the country. I'm so happy. If you've watched this video to this point, please do well to subscribe to this, give it a thumbs up, like, comment, and share it to your friends so that they can also see. But I would like you to still show us explain to us the building, how it's going to run.
Okay, this is the walking place where you can walk in, buy your kids. Yes, you can.
After you, man. All right.
Still under construction. Yes.
Okay.
So this is our reception place. People can walk in,
Okay.
sit and buy, grab pastries and drinks.
Okay.
Then upstairs is for training.
Okay.
Yes, that's where students will come.
All right. How about
Downstairs?
let's see now. Let's see what's there. Let's see. Let's go. Before we go upstairs, how about that other place? What's it going to be used for? All right.
This is going to be our production room,
Okay.
where we are going to produce everything that will be sold in that in reception place. Yes.
Okay. You said upstairs is going to be for training. Okay, then that means it's just an empty hall, right?
Yes.
Will there be any purpose for us to still see it? Would you like to show us?
It's still under construction.
Okay, still under construction.
So
All
we
right.
have tables and chairs for students
Okay.
that will come, because their comfort is also our priority. We want them to have a comfortable and a serene
Environment.
learning environment. Yes.
Thank you very much for what you're doing. At this point, I would love to even have a handshake with you because you're changing the narrative, and you're changing the country. May God bless you. All right. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. All right. Marvel of the East. I'm out.